Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The second game of tonight's doubleheader. There are just 3 undefeated teams left in this competition, and tonight we have 2 of them. Tonight it'll be Tracksuit Mafia versus Pity the Ghoul, Merrick versus Dead Fred, Chaos versus Necro. Let's take a look at the standings going into this final game of week 3. After the game we just saw in tonight's doubleheader, Reptile Dysfunction picked up that crucial win they needed to stay alive in this competition. They take their first win of the competition, 1-0 and 2. They defeated Genus Chaos tonight. But tonight it's going to be Tracksuit Mafia versus Pity the Ghoul. Tracksuit Mafia with a record of 2-0 and 0. Pity the Ghoul with a record of 1-1 and 0. Pivotal night tonight. It's week 3. After this week, the standings are going to shape up. Top 4 is going to start to shape up. There's only 2 weeks left in Swiss after tonight. Let's take a look at these rosters. First up, we have the home team, Tracksuit Mafia, coached by Merrick. Merrick, last year's Chaos Cup champion. He advanced to the finals. He advanced to the top 4 in the Chaos Cup this year. He's looking for his first win of the season here in the Spike Magazine trophy. He's currently undefeated. Looks like he has no money in the treasury, coming in with a TV of $12.50, but he will be down a player. He's down a Beastman. He's going to have to pay $60K for a journeyman that's going to bring him up to a TV of $13.10. He does have Echo the Minotaur. We've seen 2 dead Minotaurs so far in this competition. Why not a third? We've got Bro Casimirez. He is the level 3 Chaos Warrior. He has block and tackle. Well, tackle could be useful in this matchup. Sure, not a bad pickup. But look here. You have these 3 beastmen. Bro Nikolai is out this game, but the other 2 have claws, and he's been getting the SPP that he needs to put on these players. You can bet if and when Bro Semyon picks up those extra 2 SPP, and provided he stays alive, he is picking up Mighty Blow. But Bro Stas, he picked up a kicker. Finally, the first kicker of this competition. Kickers are really undervalued in Blood Bowl, in my opinion. They're very, very strong. Really strong for certain teams, but good for any team. Finally picked up one. I think this is a good pickup by Merrick here on Bro Stas. 3 TRRs, 1 Apothecary, 4 Fan Factor, 1 Coach Assistant. He will be up against Dead Fred tonight. Pity the Ghoul, also undefeated. The only Necro team in this competition. He's coming in with a full roster of 12 players, a TV of $13.50. Wow, unfortunately for Tracksuit Mafia, that means he's only getting 40K in inducements, and he had no money in the treasury. Wow, Pity the Ghoul has no money either. Everybody's broke. he's only getting 40K in inducement money. He has no money in the treasury. There's nothing he can buy with that. So it's not going to come down to inducements. It's going to come down to these rosters. Pity the Ghoul, look at this roster. Just look at it. 2 flesh columns. Nasty at a strength of 4, of course. He's got the 2 whites. Both have picked up guard. Oh, the whites are the Necro Blitzers. Guard makes them even that much better. Cliff Clavin, the level 3 zombie, picked up guard and block. Look at he finally picked up a second werewolf. Thank you, Scooby-Doo joins Balky Bartakamus. Balky has picked up the block skill. Scooby-Doo, the second werewolf. Werewolves are terrifying players. And then, of course, the 2 ghouls, the ball carriers. MacGyver's the level 3 ball carrier. He has Blodge and Sure Hands. And then Jessica Fletcher herself, she's joining this lineup as a level 1 ghoul. Ghouls come with dodge. 5 fan factor, 3 team rerolls, 1 necro. Of course, necromancer teams can't bring an apothecary. They have a necromancer instead. If they kill an opposing player of strength 3 or less, they can resurrect him from the dead to play for his team. I hope we see it tonight. What are these 2 teams going to do? If anybody can take down Tracksuit Mafia, it is this team right here. Tracksuit Mafia is getting nothing in inducements. They're down a player. They have to pick up a journeyman. Dead Fred's lineup has never looked better. He's got both werewolves, a ton of block. He's got a ton of guard. He's got the 2 flesh columns with a strength of 4, and finally picked up the second werewolf. Werewolves have an MA of 8. They're super fast. They have claw. They have frenzy, and one of them has block. These guys are nightmarish. They can go anywhere. They can knock down anyone. They can hurt anything. Now he has 2 of them. Great shape here for Dead Fred and Pity the Ghoul. I don't know what Tracksuit Mafia is going to do. Tracksuit Mafia is going to have to play the game of their lives, I think, tonight. Merrick, both coaches are great coaches. Merrick, of course, no stranger to finals. Again, he's undefeated at 2-0-0. Both teams are undefeated. But he's gonna have to play a great game here of Chaos. Chaos is weakest at low TVs. They only really get strong once they become a really powerhouse kill team. Once you start picking up that trifecta of skills, Claw, Mighty Blow, piling on, then they're a nightmare. He's not there yet. He is getting there, as you can see. But he does have some great skills in the meantime. He has 2 players with block. He has that kicker. That kicker can be used to delay Pity the Ghoul by a turn. If Merrick is feeling saucy, he could kick short if he thinks he can pick up that ball. That will really only happen if he has a strong player advantage. It remains to be seen if he's going to try to play for a player advantage. I don't think he can. Not against these 2 werewolves. He's only got the Minotaur, and the Minotaur is a wild animal as well. I think he needs to play just, I was going to say casual, not casual. He needs to play cautiously. Pity the Ghoul has 3 TRRs. That's plenty. It's a stark difference between 2 and 3. He can't go after that. He can't really get super aggressive on this team. I think he wants to hunt the ghouls if he can, but there's no way Dead Fred's gonna throw him out there for him to hunt. Everybody else is AV of 8. Nobody is weak. They have a strength of 3. The Flesh Golems have a strength of 4. I really think the way Merrick pulls out this game tonight, especially without any inducements, is that he just plays solid Blood Bowl. He falls back on the fundamentals. When he is on offense, he cages up that ball. He tries to open up a hole with the blitz. He does have the Minotaur to help assist with that, and then just tries to march that cage down the pitch. He needs to fall back on his dwarven roots as a dwarven coach. On defense, he's going to need to be careful of these ghouls. He needs to be careful of those werewolves. I think he might want to take a step back and not give up too many blocks. He wants to try to maximize the blocks he can take while not giving up very many blocks. If he gives up a lot of blocks, I think he's going to lose a lot of players here tonight. So we'll see if the coaches are ready to go. Man, who do I give it to? I mean, I give it to Pity the Ghoul. Pity the Ghoul's in excellent shape. Tracksuit Mafia is a little bit on the back foot. A, because they're down a player. B, because they're not quite at the TV level that they really want to be as a Chaos team. But 2 great coaches, 2 undefeated coaches. It really can be anybody's ball game. We'll see if the coaches are ready to go. And if they are, we'll get this game underway. Nothing to see in the inducement phase because there's nothing to buy in the inducement phase. Clivey says, I very badly. What is this? Snow! It is a snowy day, and it looks like Tracksuit Mafia will be on defense. You can see here in a blizzard. Anybody trying to GFI, instead of failing on a 1/6 chance, it fails on a 1/3 chance. It also means that you can't throw long passes or further. Long passes or long bombs. I don't think we'll see too many passes in the game. We could see passes tonight, but that blizzard, man, really limits that. So I doubt we'll see any passing, but that GFI, whoo, boy. From a 1/6 to a 1/3, that is a huge difference. So these players are going to be super cautious about going for it tonight. Tracksuit Mafia is setting up with a 3-man defense. They do have the fame advantage. They have a +1 fame advantage. Every little bit's going to help in this matchup for them. Hopefully it'll work out on the kickoff event tables for them. Hank the Ranger says, so all GFIs will fail. Guaranteed. 3-man line for Tracksuit Mafia. They have that Minotaur at the center defensive tackle position. Both two Chaos Warriors in the outer defensive tackle position. Really aggressive defense here. He is not afraid of anybody getting past him. And you know what? Rightfully so in this against a Necro team plus a Blizzard. I think he's doing all right. The only thing he has to be careful of is Dead Fred trying to pick off his team. Maybe trying to inch down this sideline and start exerting field control. Starting to flank this team. When the team has to in Blood Bowl, I mean, really in anything, but in Blood Bowl, if they have two fronts they have to face, on the corner they're especially susceptible, but now they're losing movement options, and to reset, they've got to pull back, and that's going to give up pitch to the aggressor. Blood Bowl is about a lot of things. Pitch control is something a lot of new coaches will take for granted. Every player exerts a tackle zone in all 8 adjacent spaces. This will force players to dodge if they try to leave those tackle zones. And if they leave a tackle zone into another tackle zone, then there's a negative penalty applied to that. 1 for each tackle zone they're dodging into. Clivey says GFIs are now an 1,800% failure rate. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of percent. 3-man offensive line here for Pity the Ghoul. Both teams with 3 team rerolls. They spread out this defensive line. They're going to try to block. They're going to try to block down these Chaos Warriors. You can see the center, Cliff Clavin, has the guard skill. He's going to lend an assist regardless. This is 4v4 plus an assist will make it a 5v4 on either side of the line. So he'll get a 2-die block. He does have to be careful of the block skill on both of these Chaos Warriors, however. Here comes the kick. He has a kicker. He can put this ball wherever he wants. Perfect defense. Tracksuit Mafia gets to reset their defense. I think they're going to want to. They don't want to give up these blocks if they don't have to. They're going to kick the ball to the 18-yard line. The ball will scatter to one space. Yeah, so you can see he's going to move the Chaos Warriors up to the line. He's not going to give up those blocks. Might be okay with this. Ed Fred setting up wide in the right wide zone here. He put a Ghoul, Jessica Fletcher, on the line of scrimmage and on the sideline. Interesting choice. He might be threatening to scoot down the pitch, and oh man, he's going to try to pass anyway. Ooh, I don't know. That would be very interesting. Tracksuit Mafia giving up that left wide zone. Doesn't want that pressure. He wants to try to mitigate any pressure that might be applied in the left wide zone. I don't know if it's going to happen. I mean, Dead Fred is tipping his hand, putting that werewolf Scooby-Doo on the line. I mean, he really wants to blitz. Cliffy says America's just giving up both wide zones completely. Yeah, I mean, it is snowing, I suppose. But it's not just forward momentum the ball carrier has to be worried about. Again, pitch control, he does need to be worried about that as well. Turn 1 now for Pity the Ghoul. They've lost their blocks on the line. Oh, wow. Tracksuit Mafia put 6 men on the line. Clivey says pitch control isn't that important. Yeah, who cares? Number 5, White, the greatest American hero. He's going to move forward to Pity the Ghoul's own 10-yard line. He's going to shift that contingent in the right wide zone over the left. He's going to try to get the assist here. He's going to get a 2-die block on Bro Red October, the number 3 Chaos Warrior. Who is he blitzing is the question. Who is he blitzing? Who should run away? Jessica Fletcher moves back to center pitch. Clavius, thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. Clavius said the Ghoul clearly heard me. There's that 2-die block. Good block. Didn't break armor. Got the POW. First block of the game. Not so trusty patches demanded death. Minotaur season is officially open. Gets the assist on the left side of the line here. He's going to get a good knockdown. Number 8 Beastman, Bro Armin. 20 seconds to play in turn 1. The Ghoul looks like they're going to go for a ball pickup. 3 plus to pick up the ball. Failed with sure hands. That'll be a turnover. Turn 1 back to Tracksuit Mafia. Their first turn of this game. Pivotal game. Week 3. This is going to shape the top 4 and who's going to be vying for those coveted slots to advance to the semifinals of the competition. Merrick deciding what he wants to do on defense here. He's got blocks to take. He can take a block with the Minotaur. Probably doesn't want to open with the block of the Minotaur. The Minotaur does have the loner skill. Takes 2-die block with bro Casimierez first, the number 2 Chaos Warrior. Advances forward. Now he's going to take the block with the Minotaur. Gets a pal on Mr. T. Mr. T is going to stand firm. He's stunned. He'll be out for a turn. Mr. T, known for his catchphrase, "I pity the ghoul." Blitz. Blitz by the down Minotaur. He has Claw. Only gets a push. Oh, is he thinking about spending the TRR? I don't think you need to. Oh, he does! Spends the TRR, still gets a push. Tracksuit Mafia down to 2 TRRs. TRR stands for Team Reroll. You get a certain amount, you pay for them. They're part of your roster. You can use one to reroll any die, or any set of dice. You can only reroll dice once, so if you have a free reroll, say with sure hands, you spend that, and that doesn't work out, you don't then get to spend your team reroll. But having team rerolls on deck change the odds of things significantly, and so just having them is really important. Generally, having 3 is a nice spot to be. 2's a little low. 3 is nice. Tracksuit Mafia is going to be down to 2 now. Not so trusty Patches says Team Greed roll. Yep. Really wanted to take out that werewolf. Didn't work out. I think you're going to set up for the surf. Marks George Jefferson, the number 8 zombie. 2 players left to move. Bro Dimitri's going to move down pitch, and Mark, the greatest American hero, that's the number 5 white that's on Pity the Ghoul's 10-yard line. 2-die block back of the line on the Flesh Golem. Mr. Rogers, good block. Stands firm. Stand firm means if you get pushed back, you can elect to stay right where you are. Look at that. Mr. Rogers just stands right back up. He says, "You don't phase me, sir." Turn 2 for Pity the Ghoul. That's what played when Mr. Rogers just stood right back up after that block. Unfazed. Thank you for the bits. Minute 30 left in turn 2 for Pity the Ghoul. Still have all 3 TRRs. Dead Fred really considering what he wants to do on this turn here. You only get 2 minutes to play, and they go by lightning quick. So you need to come up with your tactic for the turn, or your strategy for the game, or even for perhaps the half, and then execute on it. Action order is paramount in this game. Blood Bowl is a game of luck mitigation. You want to force your opponent to have to take risky actions, and you want to minimize the risk that you take. And often that will take the form of doing your least risky actions first and your most risky actions last. Tried to dodge out the werewolf from the sideline, didn't want to get surfed, had to spend the TRR. Gonna blitz with the werewolf. That is not gonna cut it. Werewolf's going to get knocked down. Will the armor break? It will. He'll get stunned, and that will be a turnover. Turn 2, back to Tracksuit Mafia. They can get at this ball. They can get at this ball. I don't know if they want to GFI in the snow, but they can get at this ball. GFI, of course, in Blood Bowl stands for go freaking inside. It's cold. There's a blizzard. Can't you see? Sends the journeyman to mark the number 5 white 2-die. Oh boy. Has to spend the TRR after double skulls there. 2 both down results. Spends the TRR. Gets a push on Jessica Fletcher. The thing about team rerolls is once you spend one for the turn, you only get 1 per turn. So once you spend one for the turn, that's it. You don't get another one. It's going to mark this ball. Marks the ball with the number 11 Beastman. That's Bro Boris. Definitely doesn't want to GFI on the ball. Again, in the snow, in a blizzard. GFIs typically, or normally, are they only fail on a 1. You have to roll a d6. If you roll a 1, you trip and you fall on your face. In the snow, it's a little more slick out there, and then on a 2+ it fails. So that doesn't sound like a lot, but that goes from a 1/6 to a 1/3. That is a huge difference. 2-die block. Good block on George Jefferson back at the line of scrimmage in the left wide zone. Not so trusty Patch says, I'll never get used to the new name for GFI and BB 2020. Yeah, it's Rush. It's a rush. I'm sure I'll call it GFI for like another 2 years. Bro, Vincent crosses the line of scrimmage. So Tracksuit Mafia applying a lot of pressure here. You can see the way he's applying pressure. He's trying to exert, he's trying to keep this formation together a bit. Oh, 3-die block with the Minotaur. That's how you use the Minotaur. Minotaur is a wild animal. If he doesn't block, gets a KO, and Roscoe P. Coltrane. 1-man player advantage now for Tracksuit Mafia. That's the power of Mighty Blow. As a wild animal, if he doesn't block, or when he takes his action, he has to roll a d6. If he's not blocking or dodging, there's a 50-50 shot whether he gets to take his action at all. If he's blocking or dodging, blocking or blitzing, then it's a 2+. So you always want to be trying to block or blitz with the Minotaur. And if you do so, he's a wild animal. So long as you don't put yourself in a precarious situation on the frenzy follow-up, it's a great opportunity to chuck some dice and take somebody off the pitch. Good block on number 7, Zombie. Cliff Clavin stunned on the pitch. Echo is the best around. Thank you for the bits. 14 seconds left in the turn. Gets a pow on the flesh collar, Mr. Rogers. Deciding where he wants to push him. Mr. Rogers is probably going to stand firm. No, he doesn't stand firm. Fair enough. And Mr. Rogers is stunned too. 3 stuns on the pitch. Wow. Oh, Ava's not the best around, but thank you. Turn 3 back to Pity the Ghoul now. 3 stun players, 1 off the pitch. Pity the Ghoul. Oh boy, they need to mount some sort of a reaction here. They need to protect this ball. I don't know with whom. And you can see Merrick has just encircled the offense, cutting them off. There's nowhere for them to run, nowhere for them to hide. Clivey says he's #1 in the league for 90 minutes or so. That's true. I can't stay in first after tonight. It was fun while it lasted. Oh, what do you do as Pity the Ghoul? What do you do? He could take the one-die blitz with MacGyver. I don't know what it gets him. He is skilled, so if he takes the one-die block, he does have the block skill. Means if he rolls a both down result, he can remain standing while the opponent will get knocked down, since the opponent does not have the block skill. Gonna go for the pickup with sure hands. That did not work out. 75% chance to pick up that ball. It's gonna be a turnover. Oh, that's gonna cost him. Hank the Ranger said punt it. Yeah, I think maybe a blitz. Well, no, if you blitz, you couldn't punt it. Oh, yeah, tough call, really. Tracksuit Mafia is absolutely going to go after this ball in this turn, but first he's got some blocks to take. Two-die block on the greatest American hero. Gonna stay on the pitch. Clevy says, I think Merrick's going to maul him here. I concur. Moves the journeyman up to get the assist on MacGyver. Two-die block coming up by Bro Boris. Here it is. You can see Merrick making good use of that journeyman. He doesn't want to roll dice with this journeyman, but that journeyman can lend an assist no problem. Pushes MacGyver off the ball. Clevy says, I'm surprised he didn't move more players to the ball first. Yeah, he does have free players. He can try to cage up around this ball and protect it. Now he's going to... Looks like he's going to try to do that. I would have put him here. I'd have moved him to where that Beastman was. Clevy says he can't score without a GFI, can he? I don't think so. Yeah, he needs a GFI to score. I don't think he wants to score, though. I would have moved this Beastman here, and then this Beastman could have gone to this corner, and then he could have picked up the ball. But we'll see what's up his sleeve here. Two-die block back at the line. Good block. Block against... Perfect. Perfect. Backhand to the face of the number 9 zombie. Gets a stun on Alex P. Keaton. He studied finance and business, not Blood Bowl. 50-50 on the wild animal. He decided to move the Minotaur up to the cage. What a risky play if he wanted to cover that corner. He's got one more player to move. Well, no. He probably doesn't want to dodge. So now he's going to pick up the ball. Failed pickup. Is he going to spend the TRR here? He's thinking about it. What on earth? What on earth? Failed the pickup. And the ball scatters into the hands of the Minotaur. He says, good luck trying to get this ball. We'll see if the Minotaur can even move. If he wants to move the Minotaur, he'll probably want to blitz. I think Pity the Ghoul should recognize that and not give him anyone to blitz. Pity the Ghoul, turn 4. Final turn of the first quarter for Pity the Ghoul. Their offense in disarray. Not so trusty. Patches says, in the arms of the angels now. Clevy says he's got 5 turns. I think he will succeed on Wild Animal at least once. Sure, but don't give it to him. Or give it to him if you just want to get the ball back immediately and try to score and tie it up at the half. Get the ball back, tie it up at the half. Weather changes to sweltering heat. The entire other team gets knocked out for the next drive. It'd be perfect. Foolproof strategy. Failed dodge by the werewolf. Is he going to spend the TRR here? It's only a 50-50 dodge. If he spends the TRR, this brings it up to a 75%. Good dodge. He's going to try to blitz Bro Semyon. This will be a good blitz. Gets a stun. He was looking for more. He did free up Jessica Fletcher, though. He did free up Jessica Fletcher. Yeah, he's going to move Jessica Fletcher down center pitch. She's going to say, just outside of this little chaos contingent, she's taking notes. She's going to figure out who caused the murder. Yeah, good play here by Pity the Ghoul. He recognizes when the drive is lost. He's going to try to protect these ghouls, run them away. He says he's not even going to try to stop the score. I mean, I think that's a good play. The problem is, by not applying any sort of pressure, Tracksuit Mafia has no incentive to score. So they could very well try to stall. Just like that. Man, if he's going to stall with a Minotaur, ugh. We'll see what he wants to do here. If he doesn't try to hand off with the Minotaur next turn, or if he does going to score, when does he score? I think if he wants to stall, turn 6 is about as far as I'd be willing to stall with that Minotaur. Look at this offense. They are just everywhere. Merrick doing a superlative job of just breaking the offense apart. Oh, that's a fair point. Not so trusty Patch says you could always just blitz the score. It's a very fair point. Well, in that case, if he keeps a TRR, then he can wait until turn 8. Cleffy says you don't actually have to hit somebody to blitz, do you? No, you do not. Here comes the blitz on Jessica Fletcher. Gets a POW. Trying to take somebody off the pitch here. An 8+ will do it. Doesn't take her off the pitch. Doesn't break armor. Tracksuit Mafia in really... double skulls. I was about to say in really good shape. Spent the TRR. Why? Who cares? Why? Murder he goat. Murder the goat. She finds out she's the victim of the murder. 2 die block gets, or 1 die block gets a skull against Mr. Rogers. You don't take down Mr. Rogers toe to toe. Don't you know he's a champion MMA fighter? Turn 5 to Pity the Ghoul. Second quarter begins. This snowy final game of week 3. Pity the Ghoul. What do you do? Do you save your team? Do you just start taking hits? Do you try to go after this cage and force them to score to give you a slim chance of tying it up at the half? What do you do? You've got that werewolf. He can come trampling down the pitch. You've got 2 of them. The other one's cut off at the moment. But you do have a free werewolf. Ba-dum. Block. Not so trusty Patch says, I see a surf. I don't see a surf. Where do you see a surf? Clefty says try to kill a Chaos Warrior. I mean, I always favor going after the low AV players. Take off who you can. So many players prone for Pity the Ghoul right now. You can stand up George Jefferson and try to get him back into the fight. The zombies are very, very slow. They only have an MA of 4. It takes 3 MA to stand up. That means if George Jefferson stands, he can only move 1 space unless he wants to GFI, and he absolutely does not want to GFI. Well, it wouldn't be a dodge. You mean you take it on the journeyman? It wouldn't be a dodge, right? You can go 1, 2, 3. He's going to take the block back at the line. 2-die block. It would just be up. Yeah, it would just be uphill. I don't know if you want to do. I guess if you're going for a surf, that's not too bad actually. I take it back. It's not too bad. Not a bad play. Regardless, he takes the block on the Chaos Warrior, number 2. Tries to dodge out the other. Wolf is not going to spend the TRR. Jedi George says, you know, Pips Pippi would have 3-die uphill blocked the Minotaur. Just saying. Pips Pippi, the hero of the league. Everybody knows his name. Turn 5 to Tracksuit Mafia. No team rerolls remaining. They've got a whole quarter to play here. This is where they want to be. They just want to bash and murder. You got a player with Claw here. He's itching to take a block on George Jefferson. Yes, indeed. Got some players to stand up. He's going to take the block first. Good block on George Jefferson. There it is. George Jefferson KO'd. Well done. I think that's a 2-man player advantage now for Tracksuit Mafia. Yes, indeed. Minute 12 left in turn number 5. Tracksuit Mafia has a prone Beastman to stand up and move. They have an MA of 6. He can move 3 spaces. Still has a blitz on the table. He could try to blitz MacGyver. He has a player advantage. He could try to foul, in fact, Jessica Fletcher. He's going to try to blitz Alex P. Keaton instead, the number 9 zombie. A 9+. Ah, the beautiful Pips Pippi theme song. Yeah, Vendress says this song brings a tear to my eye. Me too. Probably for the same reason it brings a tear to your eye. Like onions. Turn 6, back to Pity the Ghoul. Pity the Ghoul. Totally giving up the TD, but not getting too much out of it in return. That, of course, the Pity the Ghoul theme song. We'll see if it rallies this team. Dad Fred, considering his options, what does he want to do here? All but resigned to losing the score, losing the TD. The problem with this is that Tracksuit Mafia is going to be on offense in the second half. He moves Jessica Fletcher toward the ball, moves MacGyver in to get an assist perhaps on Bro Armin. Two marks. Is he going to try to blitz and then foul? Is that the plan? Or is he just trying to cut off these Chaos players? Does he have a plan? Does he have something up his sleeve? Blitz with the werewolf. 2-die blitz. He'll get a push and a follow-up. Oh no, he's the block skill. Well done. Still has some movement points with this werewolf. I would say move him toward the cage. Nope, he's going to try to take out some players here. "19 seconds remains. Both werewolves marking Bro Dimitri, one marking the Greatest American Hero. The Greatest American Hero, however, has the guard skill. Three seconds left. Is this Cliff Clavin? Is he going to try to foul? Is he going to try to foul? He is surrounding Bro Armin. All right, so I'm not sure what the plan is. It looks like he's trying to cut off the offense. He might be trying to make a play for this ball. Yeah, he spooked Tracksuit Mafia. Tracksuit Mafia said, forget this. I'm going to score. 1-0. Tracksuit Mafia takes the lead. The beautiful, the elegant Tracksuit Mafia cheerleaders. Peter the Ghoul's going to get back one player. They have one in reserve. They'll be back up to 11. It'll be 11v11 on the pitch. Peter the Ghoul's going to get another opportunity here. They have just two turns to score. They can absolutely do it. If there's a riot, that would be even better. They have a team reroll left. Tracksuit Mafia does not. Tracksuit Mafia currently setting up their defense with a 5-man defensive line. Minotaur at the center defensive tackle position. All of those Strength 4 Chaos Warriors on the line. Pity the Ghoul now to set up a valid formation in Blood Bowl to set up for a kickoff. Requires 3 players in this center section of the pitch on the line of scrimmage. At least 3 players. You can have a maximum of 2 players in either wide zone. Everything else is fair game. If you want to use your kicker, he cannot line up on the line of scrimmage, so you can see Tracksuit Mafia has their kicker just behind the line of scrimmage here in the middle linebacker position. Because he has a kicker, Pity the Ghoul probably needs to receive with 2 players. If he receives with 1, then Tracksuit Mafia is going to force him to waste a turn trying to pick up the ball. Pity the Ghoul putting everybody on the line. If he is going to score, he's got to have players that can shoot down pitch. He only has 1 back to receive. I don't think this is wise. I think he needs 2. But he wants to put one of the ghouls on the line. We'll see if this works out for him. He only has 1 ghoul with sure hands as well, and that's definitely the one he wants to pick up the ball. Boy. With just 1 GFI, you want to get as many rerolls as you can. "24 seconds remaining here to set up the offense. Two players in either wide zone, very, very wide. Both werewolves on either sideline. Not so trusty Patch says, come on, sweltering heat. Here's the kick. Hearing fans, oh wow, Tracksuit Mafia is going to get an extra TRR. Yeah, you can see the power of the kick there. Turn 7 for Pity the Ghoul, just 2 turns. They're going to have to waste 3 spaces moving back. That means they're only going to get 4 spaces of forward momentum with this ghoul. But what do? You can't make long passes either. So, oh boy, you might have to pick this ball up first and just YOLO score. I don't know. I think maybe having another halfback to hand off to might have been prudent. I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. Caliphate says that's going to be a hard pass. Yeah, but what do? He's got to end in scoring position, so that's 4, 8, 1, 2. He's got to get to the 8-yard line in order to score. Not only does he have to get to the 8-yard line, but it has to be a short pass. Oh, no. Oh, no. He moves the werewolf, Scooby-Doo, number 13, all the way down the pitch. I don't think that helps him. I don't think he can get the ball to Scooby-Doo. So the maximum he could, if he were passing, say, from here, the maximum he could pass is here. Good pickup by the Ghoul MacGyver. So I guess the plan is to move MacGyver forward. He doesn't want to take GFIs. Move MacGyver forward, and then on turn 8, just shoot him down 7 MA. Try to pass to someone. Is that the play? In Blood Bowl, something that's unintuitive about... went for the 50-50 pass, spent the TRR. Oh, it's going to get thrown back in, and thrown back in again! Doesn't really help. He's got one player in scoring position. He's far enough down pitch where Tracksuit Mafia, if he blocks him down, he could still get into the end zone, but I don't know if he can get the pass off. So what's unintuitive about passing in Blood Bowl is it's not space related. It's actually based on a template. And so you would lay the template over the ball and pass. And as we were talking about earlier in the week, simple geometry, right? The diagonal here on a square is longer than the edges. So, if you could pass, say, 6 squares forward, it's going to be shorter. You can pass less squares on a diagonal. And that's something he needs to be cognizant of here. I don't know if he can get this ball to this werewolf. Yeah, Tracksuit Mafia is going to take no chances. He's going to block down the werewolf, gets the POW. He is going to push him one space toward the end zone. I would have blocked him from the other side, I think. Could try a handoff pass, but no, he's got no one to pass to. Or no one to pass with, really. Handoff to Jessica Fletcher. Let's see. Best case scenario, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, he could do it. He could do it. Good block against Mr. Rogers. He's going to stand firm and stay where he is. Blitz has been spent. One more block to take. That's going to be against Mr. T. He can either bring in the assist to make it a 2-die block, or he can just go for it with that block skill. Yeah, good movement with Bro Boris to try to cover this run. He has to. Oh, he moves the middle linebacker forward. I don't know if I like that. He's going to take the 2-die block against Mr. T. Gets a POW on Mr. T. Mr. T will stand firm. He will be stunned. It's not going to matter. Unless he gets fouled. Could get a 2-die block on Cliff Clavin if he so desires. You'd have to take it with the journeyman. That's exactly what he's going to do. 2-die block against Cliff Clavin. And that'll be it for Tracksuit Mafia. So the reason I don't like this movement with Bro Stas is if this handoff succeeds, and if Jessica Fletcher dodges through this, he would want somebody in a position to intercept. So what Pity the Ghoul has to do here, he's got to dodge Scooby-Doo out, get him into the end zone over here. Then he's got to hand this ball off to Jessica Fletcher. And then Jessica Fletcher has to dodge down pitch. Now, she won't have to dodge if he takes the blitz with Balki Bartakamus here. Then he'll be in a good shape. But man, that's a lot of dice that he's got to chuck in order to try to score. But he can do it. He's got to dodge the werewolf into the end zone over here. Probably wants to blitz Bro Boris to free up the sideline. Then he needs to pick up the ball, hand it off to Jessica Fletcher. Jessica Fletcher has to get all the way down pitch and then pass it to the werewolf. But it is doable. He has no team rerolls remaining. I don't think he wants to waste any dice on anything else other than trying to score. We'll see if he sees it or not. He could try to blitz with Scooby-Doo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He could try to blitz with Scooby-Doo if he thinks the 100 dodges are better odds. He's going to move players into position just in case he doesn't pick up this ball. I don't think Tracksuit Mafia can really do anything with the ball. Nobody's in scoring position, so it doesn't matter too much. Here comes the blitz. Oh boy, he's going to take the blitz on the Minotaur. Oh, gets a POW, keeps the drive alive. So he just takes a block on the Minotaur. He's trying to take out that Minotaur. What's the play? He's got 27 seconds left. Does he see the opportunity to score? "20 seconds. Oh no! And that's a failed pickup. That would prevent the score anyway. He went to take it with the forward Ghoul. He wouldn't have enough movement to get it down pitch. That's going to end the half. 1 turn left for Tracksuit Mafia. They're going to take some blocks, and then they're going to be on offense in the second half. They're going to be 1-0 in the lead here. We'll see if the weather clears up in this next drive. Not so trusty Patches says, "Oh, no mini foul." 2-die block. He's going to try to surf Cliff Clavin. Good block. Well done. Two-die block back at the line. Gets a push. He's 2 players up. He's 2 players up, right? I probably wouldn't foul. I probably wouldn't risk the foul. 2-die block. Gets a push on Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers is going to stand firm. Still has a blitz to take. 2-die block against Alex P. Keaton. Gets the POW. Looking for a 9+ here. Doesn't get it. Failed the wild animal roll with the Minotaur. He's going to stay prone. He spent the blitz on the wild animal. No other blitzes to take, or no other blocks to take. What's the play here? I would have just went to pick up the ball. Well, maybe not. All right, but now you have no one to pass to. Failed the pass. Fair enough. That's who we wanted to get some SPP on. Fair enough. Didn't work out. That'll be the half. 1-0. We'll see if this blizzard clears up here at the start of this half. Tracksuit Mafia in the lead. They're going to be on offense here to start the second half. Clive says, no danger in doing that. Worst case scenario, he bobbles the pass, which is what happened. Yeah, I thought he wanted to pass with the other guy. Three-man defensive line currently for Pity the Ghoul. Both teams full up on team rerolls again. You get your full complement of team rerolls at the beginning of every half. Regular season play can end in a draw. There's no overtime until you make the cut, or of course you're in the Blood Bowl itself. So this game could end in a draw, but Pity the Ghoul is on the back foot here. They're going to have to try to get this ball back from Tracksuit Mafia and score just to draw. That would be the better option, but they really want to win here tonight. Tracksuit Mafia playing very solid standard Blood Bowl. It's what he needed to do, and he's been doing it very well. Very good first half for Tracksuit Mafia. Three-man defensive line. Wow. Pity the Ghoul is giving up both wide zones here. Giving up both wide zones. Tracksuit Mafia going with a 7-man offensive line. 2 players in either wide zone. One's a journeyman. There's no way he's passing. Or rather, if he is passing, he's not passing to Laney Hare over here. 2 players back to receive. He could get away with one. Pity the Ghoul does not have a kicker, but fair enough. Not so trusty Patches says, needs more sweltering heat. Brilliant coaching. Oh boy, Tracksuit Mafia gets that extra TRR. They're up to 4. Hank the Ranger says, also going to the kicks in OT sucks. Kicks does suck. I'm very disappointed with kicks. Two-die block at the line. Good block against George Jefferson. George Jefferson, the middle defensive tackle here, number 8 Zombie. Stay on the pitch. Follows up on that block. 3-die block against Punky Brewster. Poor Punky. I think he's going to stay on the pitch as well. 2-die block against Alex P. Keaton will result in a push. He will no doubt follow up. Yes, indeed. I think the Ranger says, let them play until someone scores or everyone dies. The way Blood Bowl should be. Taking another block against Alex P. Keaton. This is a 2-die blitz. This will work. Then he'll shift the blitzer 1 space to the left. He's going to try to exert some field control here, just a little bit. No more blocks to take. Lots of players to move. Looks like he's going to try to cage up on his own 8-yard line. Tracksuit Mafia with a ton of team rerolls. They're in great shape. They're in the lead. They're on offense. All they have to do is not give up this ball. They're going to shift a player back. They're going to set up a standard 4-point cage. Are they going to move the number 3 Chaos Warrior? No, before picking up the ball. Good pickup. They'll move the ball carrier into the cage at the 8-yard line. Not so trusty Patches says, I got used to that replay speed. Yeah, it doesn't save all the decision time. Shifts the number 3 Chaos Warrior into that gap he left on the left side of the line. 6-man line now for Tracksuit Mafia. Pity the Ghoul. Looks like they're going to stand up their defensive line. It's been shifted to the right. You can see Tracksuit Mafia taking a page out of Play It by Knuffles' book here, Clypheus's book. He shifted this defense to the right. This might betray the fact that he might want to go left. We'll see if he can capitalize on it, or we'll see if Pity the Ghoul recognizes this and tries to shift his defense around a little bit. It's tough to shift your defense around when the cage is at mid-pitch because they have so many movement options. They can move left, they can move right. You've got to cover more ground to defend. Pity the Ghoul getting aggressive with Mr. T. Marked Bro Dimitri on the right side of the line. Moves Mr. Rogers across the line of scrimmage as well, over in the left wide zone. These flesh golems aren't that fast. They only have an MA of 4. If Tracksuit Mafia can get around them, he can eliminate them from the equation. Roscoe Peacock Train moves over in the left wide zone, marks the number 4 Chaos Warrior. Gonna blitz that number 4 Chaos Warrior. 2-die blitz. This will be a good knockdown. Has no choice but to follow up due to the frenzy skill, so now he really can't move with the rest of his movement unless he wants to take a dodge. And he tried and failed. He's going to spend the TRR here. Fails again. That'll be the end of the turn. And now Pity the Ghoul down to 2 team rerolls. Turn 10 for Tracksuit Mafia. In really good shape here in the second half. They might try to stand... Oh, no, that's... So they might move Bro Roman over so they can take the block on Mr. T, and they can always fill in the gap on the cage with Bro Vincent. We'll see what he decides to do. 2-die block at the line. Or he can just block down the line. That's fine, too. Another 2-die block coming up on Alex P. Keaton, it looks like. Stands up Bro Vincent, the number 4 Chaos Warrior, on the left side of the line. Advances him right back up to the line where he is supposed to be. 2-die block on Alex P. Keaton. This will be a good knockdown. Tracksuit Mafia playing solid ball here. Taking the blocks, advancing 1 square at a time. Is this a Dwarven team? Is this a Dwarven team in chaos clothes? Stuns George Jefferson at the line. Failed that wild animal roll. That's unfortunate. And now he doesn't have the assist to take the block on Mr. T. He'll take it on Punky Brewster instead. Oh, another stun. 2 stuns in a row on the line. Tracksuit Mafia can definitely capitalize on that. Still has the blitz on the table. You can certainly blitz... well, maybe not certainly. He's crumpled his offensive line here. He's going to mark Mr. T. He's going to blitz Mr. T. He is indeed. He's going to blitz with the ball carrier. 2-die blitz. Gets a push. That's all he needs. He will not follow up. But now he has to dodge. Do that stand firm skill. Good dodge. Wow. Good dodge. Third and 10 for Pity the Ghoul. They're going to get a 2-die block with Mr. T against Bro Roman. I don't know what you do with this flesh column over here. I don't think you can keep advancing him toward the cage. I think he's just going to get left behind. Unless you're confident that you can stop this cage from moving forward and moving to the right. Not so trusty Patches says risky. Yeah, that was pretty risky. Worked out for him. "40 seconds have passed for Pity the Ghoul." They're trying to figure out what to do with their defense here. Tracksuit Mafia isn't really doing anything tricksy here. They're just playing solid ball. I mean, they got, they have the fame advantage. They did get that extra TRR. That definitely helps. Honestly, I think Pity the Ghoul needs to reset their defense and just get back in front of this cage. They do need to get the ball back, and they really do want to win, but you definitely don't want to lose. Oh, they're going to go for the blitz. They're going to apply this pressure. He's committed. Gets a push. He's got to follow up here. Takes a 2-die block on the front corner of the cage. This time gets a POW. Looks like, is he going to follow up here or not? Oh, he did. All right, 2 marks on the ball carrier. That Minotaur wants to block down this flesh column. The white moves in, marks the front left corner of the cage, also marks the ball carrier. All right, he's trying to collapse on this ball carrier, trying to bust this cage open, get this ball back. The super speed of that werewolf marks the back corner of the cage. Everybody on the cage is marked. Six seconds left in turn number 10. The other werewolf's going to come in as well. Just going to be outside of this contingent. He's going to get an assist against Bro Boris. And then MacGyver moves back in the safety position. Turn 11, back to Tracksuit Mafia. What do you do? I think Tracksuit Mafia let his offensive line get away from him a little bit. He sort of scrunched it up instead of leaving it flat, and allowed Pity the Ghoul to kind of close the gap a little bit. I think that was risky to do, but it might pay off here. Oh, that is unfortunate. Failed the wild animal roll here. Whoa! Failed the wild animal roll. He could not afford that. Spent the team re-roll. Passed the loner roll, and it worked out. Nuffle is kind. Tracksuit Mafia down to 3 team rerolls now. They have no more team rerolls left for the turn. Wow. It's a 50-50 on the loner roll. Under a minute to play for Tracksuit Mafia. What's the handoff look like? Not that great. 30 seconds left to play in turn 11. Tracksuit Mafia desperately looking for an option here. Oh, double skulls. That's the end of their drive. And now, Dead Fred And Pity the Ghoul has an opportunity to yank this ball out of the hands of Tracksuit Mafia. Their aggression has paid off. They've got blocks to take still. They're going to stand up Mr. T. Maybe a 2-die block on Brosemian. I have to imagine the block on the ball carrier is going to come from a white. It could come from here. I think he takes a 2-die block on Brosemian. Maybe... All right, just take the 2-die block on the ball carrier. Cool. That's fine. Get a chain push here. He's going to have 3 players who could possibly pick up this ball. 4 players. Ooh. If he can block down these 2 beastmen, this werewolf... Yeah, oh, man. So 2-die block gets the POW. He can get the Ghoul in to get the assist on Bro Vincent. He could blitz with the werewolf, and then the werewolf could come in to pick the ball up. Well, he doesn't even need to do that. He has the werewolf over here. Good stun. He can block with the greatest American hero. Just need to not follow up. Yeah, 2-die block. Oh, he took it with the werewolf. Oh, all right. Who does he want to be the ball carrier? Still has his blitz here with Scooby-Doo. Is he going to blitz with Scooby-Doo? If he wants to blitz with Scooby-Doo, I think he needs the assist. Oh, it doesn't matter. He's marked by 2 players. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, he still has the reroll. It's positive dodge. So dodge is an AG roll. You get +1 for just dodging. He is going to take the blitz here. Yeah, he can blitz. He can follow up. He has to follow up, in fact. And then he can run back around to pick up the ball. I think it's a good play. Yeah, get players in position around the ball. Good call. Oh, he's going to spin the TRR here. Trying to dodge out this werewolf. Failed the dodge. Oh no, and the werewolf is KO'd. Huge blow to Pity the Ghoul. They've lost one of their 2 werewolves. Decided not to take the blitz on the Chaos Warrior. Tracksuit Mafia has a chance to recover this ball now. A little bit of a scrum here at mid-pitch. Both teams desperately vying for this ball. Tracksuit Mafia wants to recover it so they can win this game. Pity the Ghoul wants to recover it so they can get into this game. 2-die block, blocks him onto the ball. Where's the ball going to scatter? Into the hands of the werewolf. The werewolf can't catch it. It's a 50-50 on the catch. Blitz is still on the table. Gonna blitz the werewolf here. This will be a good knockdown. He'll follow up. This time he says, no, I'm not gonna knock you onto the ball. Not so trusty Patch says, the CWs are tough to take on with their strength of 4. Yeah. Then I would have blitzed with MacGyver because MacGyver has the block skill. Good pickup with for Tracksuit Mafia. They've recovered the ball. Bro Stoss is going to pick it up. He's going to try to... I don't know what he's going to try to do here. Is he going to chuck the ball? I might just punt on it. I might just punt. Good stun on Punky Brewster. Every stun counts in this kerfuffle here. 2-die block on Cliff Clavin. This would be a good block. Oh, that's right. He couldn't take that blitz because he was marked twice. I keep forgetting. He was marked twice. No, he wasn't marked twice because the other guy was marked by one of his players. I don't remember. Who remembers these things? 34 seconds left for Tracksuit Mafia here. Failed the dodge with the Chaos Warrior. He's going to spend the team reroll. The Chaos Warrior successfully dodges. He's going to mark Mr. Rogers and the greatest American hero. The Flesh Golem in the white down pitch. Turn 12 to Pity the Ghoul. Final turn of the third quarter. What do you do? What do you do? What's the blitz you can take? Well, if you're going to blitz the ball carrier, then that's the blitz you're going to take. But I just don't know how he gets there safely. One minute, 30 seconds. Both of these teams really looking for a win tonight. Otherwise, it's a long hill to climb to make the top 4 cut for the Spike Magazine trophy. There are 3 open competitions in a Mid-Atlantic Mauling League season. The winners of each competition advance to the 4th and final competition of the season, the Invitational, the Blood Bowl itself, the winner of which who is declared league champion. Open competition winners advance to the upper bracket. Runners-up advance to the lower bracket. 2-die blitz. This will work out against Bro Stas. He has the block skill, right? No, he doesn't. He needs a push. He's going to take the push. He pulled in the Ghoul to negate this assist to get the 2-die block. He was looking for more. Doesn't want to spend the TRR on this. Now we'll get a 2-die block against Laney Hare, the Journeyman Beastman. Good block. He wants to stand up this werewolf. Doesn't want to forget about this before. Oh boy. Oh boy. Took a block downfield. He's got a werewolf to stand up. His last remaining werewolf. There it is. Stood up the number 12 werewolf, Valky Bartakamus, the original. The OG. Good dodge by the white. Gets another mark on the ball carrier. Back and forth on this ball. Wow. That's it. Fourth quarter begins. Tracksuit Mafia in control of this ball. They're in the lead 1-0. They're trying desperately to retain this ball. They do not want to give it up and risk Pity the Ghoul scoring to tie this ball game. Chances of Pity the Ghoul winning this game are looking grimmer and grimmer, but they're still very much in it to tie. 2-die block gets the pal on the number 4 white Roscoe P. Coltrane. He's on the left side of the ball carrier. Tried to chain push into the Flesh Golem. Mr. Rogers says, no thank you, I'm staying right where I am. Chain block, rather. 2-die block. Has to spend the TRR here. Gets the pal. Tracksuit Mafia started this half with 4 TRRs. He's down to 1. Jared Wilkes 83 says, some of us would love a draw game. That's very true. I mean, I wouldn't mind a draw game. That'd be fine. That'd be just fine by me. Stands up the Journeyman Beastman. A little over 1 minute to play here for Tracksuit Mafia. Burned through 3 TRRs in 5 turns. Here's the Frenzy Blitz. 2-die Blitz gets a push. He'll have to follow up here and block again. There it is. Gets the knockdown on Mr. T. Mr. T is going to stand firm, and with that very resilient AV of 9, he's going to stay on the pitch. Lots of players left. 47 seconds left. No rerolls left to spend. Merrick thinking carefully about what he wants to do. 33 seconds to go. Everybody is marked. He's looking for something. 2-die block way back in no man's land. Gets a push on Alex P. Keaton. This frees up a Beast Man. This frees up Bro Armin. 20 seconds. Bro Armin's going to get into this scrum. He marks the Greatest American Hero. Greatest American Hero has the guard skill. He'll still be exerting a tackle zone if he can stay up. He is not. He's knocked down by the ball carrier. Hank the Ranger says stand firm paying dividends, unlike my 401k. Yes! I've lost so much money. It's silly. 2-die block on Mr. Rogers. He is going to get pushed. This time he's going to allow the push. He wants to get pushed onto the ball. Any skill, unless it says otherwise, is optional in the game of Blood Bowl. You do not have to use it. Again, unless it says you do. Frenzy would be an example of a skill that you must use. 2-die block doubles, skulls. Tracksuit Mafia not too worried about that. Turn 13 back to Pity the Ghoul. Another try, another do. Try to get on this ball. They can absolutely do it. If they stand up the Greatest American Hero, they've got a 2-die blitz on Bro Stoss with the Werewolf. I mean, I guess with anyone, really. They might not want to take a blitz. They might just want to take a block and then leave the blitz available. Maybe they want to block. Maybe they want to blitz Bro Armin and then block Bro Stoss. I don't know. He's got options. Probably wants to stand up Mr. T first. I imagine that's the first order of business. Or MacGyver's probably the first order of business. He's over here just sleeping, just hanging out. Hanging out in the snow, making snow angels. And MacGyver stands back up. Where's he going? He's going to move back behind the ball carrier. I was going to say the cage. There's no cage. 50 seconds to go here for Pity the Ghoul. Only one action taken in 1 minute 10 seconds. 2-die block gets a pal with Mr. Rogers. He's going to block the ball carrier. Fair enough. Oh, the ball scatters in a place he doesn't want it to be. This is going to free up the blitz on Bro Armin, I suppose. 2-die blitz with Bro Armin, with the Greatest American Hero against Bro Armin. And he's going to have to dodge out this werewolf. Not so trusty Patches says reverse cage. Hank the Ranger says too many bros on this team. There are a lot of bros. Dodges out. He's going to take the blitz with the werewolf instead. Gets the push. Has to follow up. He'll get a frenzy follow-up on the block here. Oh, don't push him onto the ball. There be dragons. Don't do that. A frenzy follow-up. One die frenzy follow-up. He's going to get the push. Again, has to follow up. So if he wants to use the werewolf to get on the ball, he'll have to dodge. I don't know if he does. I think at this point, maybe the greatest American hero picks this ball up. Oh, he does? And it's a good pickup! Wow. Wow. Not so trusty Patch says, always push onto the ball. How does he defend this werewolf now? He's got to stand up the greatest American hero. He has 3 seconds left. What do you do? Do you dodge? Do you George Jefferson? What do you? Oh boy! Takes a 2-die block, way back down pitch. Push. Not gonna have enough time. Oh, 1-die block. He's gonna get skull. He's not gonna spend the TRR here. That'll do it. Turn 14 to Tracksuit Mafia. Just 3 turns remain in this game. Pity the Ghoul playing for the draw at this point, trying to get on the board in this snowy game. 2-die block by Bro Vincent. He's going to get a chain block here, gets a push. Gets another block. He's going to get another block against Roscoe P. Coltrane. 2-die block. Gets a pal this time. Doesn't follow up. Wants to keep the Beastman free. Ooh, great stun. That white will be out for a turn. There's only 3 left. Who's he blitzing with? He's got a mark here. He's got a mark here. Is he blitzing with Bro Stas? Surely not. 2-die block with Echo the Minotaur. This is a good block against Mr. T. Mr. T's going to stand firm. Hank the Ranger says, using my binoculars, I can see that MacGyver has tinfoil, rubber bands, a taco, and a Zippo. What will he do? Sounds like he's going to build rocket skates. That's what it sounds like he's going to do. That sounds like rocket... When you said taco, I knew rocket skates. That was the plan. Here's the 2-die blitz. 2-die blitz on the ball carrier. This will be a good knockdown. Where will the ball scatter? Scatters over to the right sideline. Still has movement left. He'd have to dodge with Bro Roman. I don't think he wants to risk it. Yeah, he's going to move this journeyman Laney Hare back to play some defense. .40 seconds left in turn 14 for Tracksuit Mafia. 2-die block, double skulls in the backfield. I don't think he wants to spend the TRR here. Oh, he might be thinking about it. He says no. Oh, whoever gets the advantage here. So Punky Brewster can come in and lend an assist against Bro Armin. Yeah, and she's going to do just that. Yeah, whoever got the advantage here gets an advantage here. Probably doesn't want to stand up the werewolf. He might want to try to pick the ball up with a werewolf. Which means if he stands him up, he's got to move him now to do it. Probably wants to take some blocks first. Probably will take the block on Bro Armin. We'll see what happens. He's trying to find the optimal blocks to take. He's got a 2-die block against Bro Red October that could free up George Jefferson. George Jefferson could lend an assist or negate an assist. Only 1 team reroll left for both teams. MacGyver. MacGyver with that tinfoil rubber bands, taco and a Zippo. Keep your eyes on him. 2-die block with Mr. Rogers gets a push. Follows up. $50 seconds remaining. $40 seconds. Just trying to find a way to make this safe. Trying to find a way to get at this ball. Tracksuit Mafia doing a great job of getting players behind the ball just in case. Just 20 seconds left for Pity the Ghoul. Oh, is it going to dodge with the werewolf? Oh my god. Oh. That's a risky pickup. So he stood up the werewolf. He's not going to blitz with the werewolf. He's going to blitz with the white instead. He's going to get a push. Is he going to stay put or is he going to follow up? Going to stay put. Is he dodging with the white is the question. Wow. 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 Wait, why next to Laney Hare? I guess he didn't want to be on the sideline and get surfed. So MacGyver's got to come in. MacGyver with the rocket. Maybe it wasn't a rocket shoes. Maybe it was just rockets. maybe if Lady Hare dares to try to block, MacGyver is just going to shoot a rocket right at her. Turn 15 now for Tracksuit Mafia. If this game ends in a draw, both teams will end the week in the top 4. Tracksuit Mafia deliberating. What do they want to do? They've got plenty of free players here. Yeah, there's one. Now the wild animal roll with Echo. Echo's not going to push Mr. T out of the way. Mr. T is going to continue to mark Bro Boris. If Bro Boris wants to move, it's going to be a dodge. Blitzing MacGyver. You think you can take on MacGyver? MacGyver just made rocket skates. What makes you think you can stop MacGyver's rocket skates? Look at him. He just slid on by. What do? He wants to get the assist on Greatest American Hero if he's going to take the block. He's just going to take the 1-die block, and that's going to work. What? That's going to work. Oh, the ball scatters 1 space backward. Man. Hard fought for ball in this game. Failed dodge. He's going to spend the TRR here. Last TRR for Tracksuit Mafia. Fails the dodge. Turn 15 for Pity the Ghoul. They need to score. Don't need to do it this turn. Tracksuit Mafia with no team rerolls remaining. Boy, what do you do? You can take the block with Mr. Rogers against Bro Stas. You can maybe blitz with Balky, or you can move Balky in for an assist. Unless you want Balky to be the ball carrier. Jedi George 1 says, doesn't Merrick know you have to be a Saurus to dodge in this league? Right. AG1 means number 1 AG. 2-dive block gets a pow on Brostas. Oh, Brostas is injured. Will it be permanent? It will not. Is the Apothecary going to be spent? Not too many turns left. He might spend the Apothecary here. He's using it. Wants to keep the player on the pitch. Doesn't work. Hank Ranger says solid game for the ground. The ground has had a fantastic game this evening. The werewolf is now free to move. Do you blitz with the werewolf or not is the question. Greatest American Hero blitz might not be bad. 1-die blitz, but you have the block skill? We'll see what he decides to do. He might have a better play here. He only has 30 seconds to decide, though. Takes the 1-die block. Oh, gets a skull. He'll have to spend a TRR. Spends the TRR, gets the POW. Oh, boy. He'll follow up for sure. KO's Laney Hare as well. Wow, another player off the pitch. Is he going to take the 1-die block against the Chaos Warrior? Oh, boy. I know he doesn't have the TRR, but I kind of think you do. I kind of think you do. He's not going to do it. He's going to try to pick up the ball instead. Is he going to dodge out? Oh, boy. Is he going to dodge out? If he doesn't dodge out, he's... Oh, no! Oh, well, it's in a decent position here for Pity the Ghoul. Oh, my heart. Turn 16. Final turn of the game. Tracksuit Mafia is definitely going to get in front of this ball. They might even get the ball. If they get the ball, I think they chuck it. I think they just punt. They can get an assist on MacGyver. They can get a 2-die block on MacGyver. 2-die blitz. Or they can just take, they can get the assist here and make the 2-die block with Bro Vincent. Problem is, MacGyver's really tough to take down. He has block and dodge. That means there's only one face on the die that will take him off the pitch. Oh, boys. Tracksuit Mafia going to try to push him onto the ball and hope the ball goes out of bounds and then just goes nowhere. That might be the play. Doesn't take him down. It's going to be a dodge push. He's going to... Oh my goodness. Putting your fate in the hands of Nuffle. Oh, it worked. Oh my God. Pushed onto the ball, hoping it went out of bounds and would scatter away to nowhere, and that's exactly what happened. Pity the Ghoul's still in this game, technically. I don't know if they can make the throw, though. Good block by the Chaos Warrior. What a play by Tracksuit Mafia. Yeah, they're going to mark that ball. So let's see. If they can only get they only have a zombie over here, right? There's no way they can make this pass. That's... Well... Yeah, he pushes the zombie all the way. 1, 2, 3, 4. He could pass to him, and he can't do anything. That's the game. That is the game. Oh, wow. Tracksuit Mafia putting their fate in the hands of Nuffle. They're going to win this one 1-0. What a game this was. 1-die block over in the right wide zone. Pity the Ghoul's going to have one last opportunity here to take some hits. Maybe a GG foul. Tracksuit Mafia looking for the surf. They're not going to get it. It's going to be both down result. We'll see if it's a good trade. It doesn't matter. Gets a stun, doesn't matter. Final turn of the game. Nothing Pity the Ghoul can do. Because it's a blizzard, they can't make a long pass. They can only make up to a short pass. They cannot make the pass to the Ghoul, who is the only, or any of these players, who are the only players who can score, and therefore they cannot win this game. Take a block, call GG's. Take a block, take a foul. What a game this was. A snowy game. Tracksuit Mafia is going to be 3-0-0. Hank the Ranger says, hashtag kill a Minotaur. I mean, you're obligated to kill a Minotaur. You are obligated. We've had 2 deaths. We need a 3rd one. You have to kill Echo. 2-die block gets a push on Bro Boris. One die block on the Minotaur. It's not gonna work out. Oh, I thought he was killed. Oh! Not a death, but it is a concussion. He's gonna lose a point of armor value. We'll see if he stays on the roster. And that that'll do it. You know what? I'll take it. Doug the Minotaur, welcome to the stream. 1-0, the final. Tracksuit Mafia is gonna take this one home. What a game that was. 8 SPP for Tracksuit Mafia, 9 SPP for Pity the Ghoul. Not a whole lot in this game. It was just a tough, it was a cage match, especially in that second half. Oh boy, man, Bro Stoth, the MVP. I think I agree with that. Roscoe P. Coltrane will pick up the MVP for Pity the Ghoul. Good game by both coaches. Tracksuit Mafia will move back into first place. They will end week 3 3-0-0. They have 9 points. Pity the Ghoul is going to pick up. Oh no, they're not going to pick up anything. They're going to stay in 5th place, so they're not far behind that top 4. There are 2 weeks left in Swiss competition. After week 5, the top 4 teams will advance to the semifinals here in the Spike Magazine Trophy. The winner, of course, will get an invitation to the Blood Bowl later in the season. That'll do it for week 3. When the schedules are put up, you'll be able to check out the schedules right here on Twitch. You can also check them out on our Twitter and our Facebook accounts. You can see the information for that right there on your screen. Play Blood Bowl. It's a fantastic game. How can you not love this game? So much fun. We have one more open competition after the Spike Magazine Trophy. That is the Dungeon Bowl. That'll be after the Spike Magazine Trophy winds down or closes. It is open to veterans and newcomers alike. Come play with us. You can play Blood Bowl via Blood Bowl 2 on Steam, or you can find Blood Bowl in tabletop form. You can pick it up in your friendly local game store. I hope you guys had fun tonight. I had a blast. What a great game this was. And oh man, I am just so happy there's so much more Blood Bowl play this season. But once the schedule goes up for week 4, we'll have more Blood Bowl for you. So I hope you'll be here and tune in for that. Have a great evening, everybody.